Hey everyone, Dylan here, and it's been a little bit since I recorded a video, but I have a couple coming up that I'm gonna be doing. But first of all, if you see some bumps on my head, I get bit in really weird spots with mosquitoes, and I'm also allergic, and they love me, and I hate them, and they bite me in the freaking forehead. One bit me kind of like right near like my left eye, so that if you see that or wonder, it's just whatever. Hopefully I've got the video filming fine. But anyways, in today's video I'm going to be talking about, this is really specifically for blind people, but in case you don't know um, about them or what exactly everything that they can do, I'm going to talk about the Amazon Alexa Echo Dots, or like their smart speakers. I would like, if you watch this video, I would mute your Echo Dot, or else, because I'm gonna say Alexa a lot. I have mine muted, but if you're a blind person and don't know about these, I think they could greatly benefit you because they have so many things. And in this video specifically, I'm just gonna explain everything. In another video, I'm actually gonna show it and demonstrate it, but I didn't want to put it in one video. I want it to be separate so you don't have to scroll through, between what you want to see and all that. So at some point I will film a demonstration of it. And so this will just be an explanation of everything. Not everything it can do, but a good amount. So as you guys know, so what it is it's a smart speaker. It requires Wi-Fi. And Amazon has a couple of them, but this one is the Echo Dot 3rd Gen. It's like, it's the cheapest one, but it still can do like a lot. It's just not as big, doesn't have as much speakers in it and stuff, and just stuff like that. But it's I think it's like $49 on Amazon, like, so basically like $50. And I think it's well worth the purchase. And a lot of things that it can do specifically is the basic stuff. It can set timers, which this is really useful for me. And probably my most popular video on how to cook hamburger patties on the stovetop. In that video, I used my phone to set timers and stuff. And I don't do that anymore because I use the Alexa, and it's so much easier. And so that's like an awesome thing with that. On like your smartphone, you download the Amazon or the Alexa app, so you can, mess with settings in your devices. You can add that and name it like the Echo Dot or whatever. Also, when you download the Alexa app, you can use it on your phone as well. But that's just how you like control it a little bit better with settings and stuff. But otherwise, other things that the Alexa app, not the app, but the Echo Dot can do is, like I said, it can set timers, you can set stopwatches, you can ask what the weather is, what the temperature is, what the humidity is it raining, just many different things like that. You can ask it a bunch of different questions, ask it math like questions so it can solve that quickly. It can do all those things, and it continues to get more worked on, and it becomes better and better. So that's another thing. So it'll keep improving on the things that it can do, which is really cool. And so those are kind of like basic functions that you would expect for it to be able to do. But it goes much further because the Amazon Alexa Echo Dot and smart speakers, all of them do this. They have these things called skills. And for the most part, just think of them as apps. That's really what they are, but they just call them skills. And people can basically develop, Amazon can do this, but most people can develop skills and software and coding and different stuff for these different skills or apps. And they can do a multiple of different things. There's skills for like quizzes. There's skills for but like a bunch of stuff, like, let's see, like they have like audio. I think you can get Audible on there, because Amazon owns Audible, to listen to audiobooks. Like, you have different sound type things. You have different like I said, you have quizzes, you have information skills, you just have so many different skills. The sky is the limit. Like you could like look for like a lot of different stuff. There's news like skills, I think. So there's just a bunch of stuff. But as I said, there are other cool apps or skills as well that you can get. You can get if you have Amazon Music or have it on Prime or have a subscription or even free, it'll just you can ask it to play that and have it play any song that you really want that's on Amazon Music, or you can have it play a playlist that you actually have saved. So you just say like, if you have it set to your default, then whatever your default is, then it'll play it in that app. But you can also do it with Spotify as well. So if you set Spotify as your default, you can do that. Now, if you like, you don't have to have it set to your default. You would have to be specific though. It would be like, Alexa, play blank 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 on Spotify, and then it'll play that song on Spotify. So there might be some other music apps. That's the thing that you have to go into the Alexa app on your phone to mess with settings there to do. But that's just a cool thing. Also, they actually, since Amazon owns Twitch, there's a Twitch skill. Now, it's not the most luxurious thing in the world or like the most amazing thing, but if like again through the Alexa app, you can actually sign into your Twitch account and link it. And some of the cool things, which I will do, I might show this in the demonstration, is, you can browse through different things. You can see who's streaming that you're following and choose to listen to that stream. Now, you can't like interact with the stream or anything that way. And also, you can only listen to streams. You can't like listen to like VODs or, videos or previously streamed past broadcasts. You can't do that. But I mean, I think for a basis of what it can do is actually pretty cool. And who knows, like in the future, like I said, there's a lot of potential with like Amazon skills. And some other really cool things other than just that is, like I said, you have game skills. And this is where it gets exciting and the potential for blind people who, we can't play a lot of games, but like a bunch of cool games could be developed for this. And there already are some. Like, you have some basic ones like you have some quizzes, you have 20 questions, you have Would You Rather, you have kind of a bunch of different games. You have like choose your own like story kind of adventure games where you like choose kind of what happens, what things you do, which way you go, kind of things. And then my favorite that I want to see more fleshed out in the future is RPG adventure games. And it is awesome that there are a couple that I have played, and there's only like 3 as far as I'm concerned that are decent, but they have a lot of potential, and I'll at least show 2 of them when I do my demonstration. But one of the first games is called Dungeon Adventure, and it's kind of like a Dungeon and Dragon type game, but it gets really annoying because everything is literally decided by a dice roll, and it gets really annoying by a d20. But you basically start out, and you basically roll a d20 to kind of choose all your different stats. Unfortunately, there are no like character races or anything, so you are what you are. And then you like roll to see how much money you get. But you start in this town, and the whole premise is to go down into this dungeon, find the like end of the dungeon and this evil monster, and kill him and save the town or whatever. And you can like exit the dungeon, and of course you have to get to the exit of the dungeon and actually leave it. So you have to move around the dungeon, and that's the cool thing. It is like an actual adventure RPG game, and it's like the fights are turn based, and there's a town to where you gain money and you get experience, and when you level up, you get to have you get to like choose what goes into your stats, and you can buy new weapons, you can buy new armor, potions, and you can sell stuff as well. It's like a whole RPG experience, and it's really cool. And like I said, like when you're actually in the dungeon, you choose it'll say like the directions you can go, and you go in those directions, and there might be a chest, there might be some booby traps, and you have to check for them, and that's when you roll the d20 to see if your stat can identify if there's a trap or any of the stuff like that. So Dungeon Adventure is really cool. The fights kind of is when it gets annoying because just to like fight, when you get into a fight, you have to guess whether the opponent is defending high, medium, or low. And if you don't guess correctly, you just automatically miss. And then even once you get past that, then you have to do a strength check. And if your strength roll is not high enough to hit their armor, you also miss. So you have to go through 2 checks, and it'll make a fight drag on. It's so long, and it just kind of gets annoying. And there's some other issues with it, but that's just the basis of it. And so it's really cool. So you could see, for a blind person, this would be amazing. Like when you're not able to really play any games at all, it's a game changer. And if things get polished, and it could be even better. And there's 2 other games, which one is called Curse Painting, which it actually has like some voice acting in it a little bit. Like, well, it kind of uses like a voice engine in the thing, but there's still voicing in it to a point, and actually has better sound effects, and has music, and actually has a story. It can be polished more and has some issues of its own. This stuff is in its earliest stages, and like, so things can be polished a lot more, but there's a lot of potential. And then my one that I've played a lot is called The Black Sword, where it's basically an actual open world. There's not really an actual full objective, but you move around the world doing quests. You level up. Like I said, you in this game, in The Black Sword, you can buy weapons, you can buy armor, you can buy a bunch of different accessories. There's magic, there's skills. There's actually like classes you can choose later on. You can choose to be like a warrior, a conjurer, or a wizard. And those have different attacks, and there's leveling where you can put your stat points in, and you get actual companions in this game, where you have a CPU, like get CPU companions that help you out. This game is actually really cool, and it's like the oldest one on there that's been developed the longest. It has a lot of issues. Also, the developer is he's a German, and so the translation type barrier, it does get translated, but it can be a little wonky, and the game can be buggy. But I do love it, and it's the closest thing to a really full-fledged open world RPG game that a blind person can kind of play. So, like, just between the things that I've heard and listened to and experienced myself, it just has a whole bunch of potential for blind people in gaming and playing games and stuff like that. So I hope in the future some more stuff will be created, and it can be more amazing. Even in the some of these games, there's actually you can spend actual real money. A lot of them are just free out the gate, but you do have to spend a little money on Curse Painting to get to do more. You get a little bit of it, and then the Black Sword is completely free, but there are some times where you might need to buy it. But it's not the biggest deal in the world because the games are free and people do put a lot of time in. So I'd say it's good to support it. I've thrown some money their way to just help support them, and because for what they're doing, it can be really great for blind people. And again, the other skills, the utility of the other stuff, is just really good as well. There's also another skill that I think I remember. It's not a game, but it's if you do interval training, it has an interval. They have interval skills. You just have to look through what they have, the categories, search it up. They could have a bunch of stuff that I don't even know about because I'm not interested in those things. So they have so much. So I just want to go over all the great things about the Amazon Alexa, the Echo Dot 3rd Gen specifically, and how it's just a really awesome thing, and it could benefit a lot of blind people who don't know about it to pick one up, because my girlfriend's grandparents got me one. I didn't ever have an interest in getting one, but they got me one for my birthday, and then I loved it. It was great. I was like, this is something I never knew I needed. And so if any blind people don't know about it, there you go. It can be a really awesome thing in your life. So like I said, it's the Amazon Echo Dot, Alexa Echo Dot 3rd Gen. It's not very big. Like I said, it takes Wi-Fi. A Wi-Fi connection, and you can actually set it up with no help. I set it up completely all by myself, so you don't need any help to set it up. You can do it all by yourself, which is really cool. And like I said, it's about $50 on Amazon. So for any blind people that didn't know about this, this could help you out if you did it, and it could be a really cool, fun tool, and you can find games, and you can do all sorts of other stuff. You could call people on it, send people text messages. It's crazy. I'm sure like it'll get better and better and have more things added to it. And if you do have sight and you've probably heard of them and you don't have one, maybe I just told you about some of the things it can do that might make you, want to do it. There's a whole bunch of other stuff it can do. Like I said, you could, if you have a smart thermostat, you can use it on that. You can use it on, if you get like smart plug-in stuff, you can make it turn off your lamps or devices and whole bunch of stuff. But I'm just rambling. Hopefully this video won't be too long, but I just wanted to talk about that really quickly. And like I said, there will be a demonstration video about actually me showing the games and showing some stuff for funsies. This is just the explanation. I just wanted to split those up. Yeah, I just wanted to spread some of that information around. I know that it was something I never knew about, that I didn't know I needed. So maybe hopefully I help some people and people will check it out and enjoy it. And I hope it can help some people. But anyways, that's kind of been it for me. Thank you guys for watching and all that stuff. Like the video if you want and all that fun stuff. But yeah, if you know the greatness of Amazon Echo Dots, tell me down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about them and all that. So anyways, that's been it for me, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.